Do you know your awareness level in life? And do you know your X factor value? Will you allow me to have 9 minutes of your time to talk to you about your awareness and its effect on your life? We come into this world in total ignorance, unaware of life itself. Our ignorance is at the top of the curve, and our awareness is at the bottom of the learning curve. As we become aware of ourself and the world around us, we start up the learning curve and we start to gain experience. When the two curves are viewed together, we find that they form an X. When we reach a point in life where our awareness curve crosses the ignorance curve, a light comes on, so to speak. We become aware of our ignorance in life. If we were to divide our awareness value by our ignorance value, we would find that our life X factor equals 1 at this point. Question: where are you on your two curves? The Greek philosopher Socrates, who lived from 470 BC to 399 BC, was credited with saying, "One's wisdom is limited to an awareness of one's own ignorance." History records how our awareness of knowledge has increased throughout the centuries. Buckminster Fuller created the knowledge doubling curve. He noticed that until 1900, human knowledge doubled approximately every century. By the end of World War II, knowledge was doubling every 25 years. Today, things are not as simple, as different types of knowledge have different rates of growth. On average, human knowledge is doubling every 13 months. According to the IBM Information Technology Service, the Internet will lead to the doubling of knowledge every 12 hours in the near future. Has your awareness of knowledge increased in the last 12 months? Where are you on your ignorance curve? In the book of Job, chapter 8, we read the history books and see. For we were born but yesterday, and know so little. Our days here on earth are as transient as shadows, but the wisdom of the past will teach you. The experience of others will speak to you, reminding you that those who forget God have no hope. Let me ask you, is your hope based on God's Word in the Bible? Where are you on the awareness curve when it comes to God's notebook on life? Those who believe that the universe started with a Big Bang and then evolved into what we see today would have you to believe that there is no God. There is no hope. They say you only get to go around once in life, and when you're dead, you're dead. They even quote the last part of Isaiah 22:13. Let us eat and drink, you say, tomorrow we die. Is that true? You have to remember that the world's wisest scholars from the beginning of time until the 1600s believed things that we know are not true today. Example: Galileo in 1616 wrote that the earth revolved around the sun. World scholars of that day stated that his statement was foolish and absurd. They said that he was out of his mind, and they placed him under house arrest. They were unaware that his statement was true and that it had been true from the beginning of time. People today say that the Bible is not true, and it's a book of myths, that you are foolish and silly to believe such nonsense. They are unaware that the Bible is true. In the book of Job, chapter 38, God asks this question: "Why are you using your ignorance to deny my providence? Now get ready to fight, for I'm going to demand some answers from you, and you must reply. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you know so much. Do you know how its dimensions were determined? And who did the surveying? What supports its foundations? And who laid its cornerstone as the morning stars sang together and all of the angels shouted for joy?" Then in 1 Corinthians 1:20, Paul asks this question: "So what about these wise men, these scholars, these brilliant debaters of this world's great affairs? God has made them all look foolish and showed their wisdom to be useless nonsense." Verse 21 goes on to say, "For God in his wisdom saw to it that the world would never find God through human brilliance. And then he stepped in and saved all those who believed his message, which the world calls foolish and silly." Socrates was right. Man is unaware of his own ignorance. Let me ask you again, where are you on the awareness curve when it comes to the knowledge of God? And what about your ignorance curve? Are you aware that there are 4 levels of awareness and ignorance? Just when you think you've arrived and know it all, you come to realize that you are at the bottom of another curve. I have come to the end of my allotted time. If you're interested in becoming more aware of the different levels, you will find more information in the next video in this series at www.christianvisualarts.com. Click on Library, then under Christian View, click on Awareness Level Part 2. Thanks for your time.